Hello and a good afternoon and big welcome. This is Nagarjun Dwarkanath and you're watching SoSouth. Vanakkam and Namaskara, another episode of SoSouth which brings you the flavor of the South, your go-to destination for anything that makes news in the southern part of India. And joining me today are my team of colleagues bringing you all the news that matter to you. Sagai Raj from Bengaluru, Pramod Madhav and Anaga Keshav from Chennai. Apurva Jayachandran today is in Karur and Abdul Bashir is in Hyderabad and Shibi Mol from Trivandrum. And first, let's listen into what my team of reporters have it for you for the next 30 minutes.
Hello and welcome. This is Anaga Keshav. India today has accessed the anticipatory bail copy that's moved by TVK's Busi Anand and CT Nirmal Kumar. The TVK has alleged that insufficient number of police deployment was the cause of the stampede. In fact, they've also gone on to say that there were certain local gundas who mixed in with the existing crowd who used weapons to cause injuries through choppers at Vijay and thereby which led to the stampede. All this and more in the upcoming bulletin.
Amid alleged discrepancies regarding the handling of valuables at the Sabrimala temple, the Kerala High Court has decided to appoint a retired judge to conduct a comprehensive inventory of all valuables, including gold, jewellery, precious stones and everything of antiquity at the Sabrimala temple. We'll tell you in what background the court decided to appoint this retired judge to conduct this comprehensive inventory in the coming segment.
Hi, I am Abdul Bashir. In Hyderabad, a major twist has emerged in a clash between Chiranjeevi and Balakrishna fans. From a plan to lodge police complaints in 300 police stations to an advice from Chiranjeevi to his fans. All the details in this bulletin.
It's never-ending drama in Chennai and Tamil Nadu, and my bureau in Tamil Nadu has had sleepless nights and mornings also in the last 2 weeks. Next up is Pramod Madhav, who will take you through all the news that's matter to you from Chennai Bureau.
For the state of Tamil Nadu due to the Karur incident where 41 innocent lives were lost. These were people who had just gone there to have some joy and fun, to see their neta, their leader, their star. But what happened is something extremely sorrowful. And amidst all the kind of politics and the issues surrounding it, we have a breaking news right now from Karur. We've come to know that the NDA delegation that was headed by Hema, the MP, has reached Coimbatore and from there to Karur right now. They are there to talk to the people, to go to the location, to find out exactly what happened over there on that fateful Saturday evening. Not just that, yesterday it was Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, who was there, who very clearly mentioned that it is not the time to take the blame or put it on somebody, but to make sure what exactly happened. It has to be investigated and we should all stand with those suffering over there. In fact, my colleague Apurva Jayachandran is on the ground over there. Apurva, what is happening? What is the situation at the spot? What are the NDA, people who have come over, the MPs, what are they saying?
Well, in fact, Pramod, they have just reached the accident site where it had taken place on Saturday. Remember, 41 innocent lives have been lost in this accident. In fact, the BJP delegation team had just landed in Coimbatore a short while back, and from Coimbatore they had come all the way to Karur. And from Karur they had also they've just visited the accident site where they have gone ahead and spoken to those people who have been on the spot. They've been inquiring to the people there as well as the police officials what had happened, how many people had arrived there, what was the scene during the day when these many people had arrived there for the TVK campaign that was taking place. In fact, not only that, they're also expected to arrive here in Karur Government Hospital just a short while from now. Not only that, we're also seeing senior Congress leader there, KC Venugopal, who's also going to be arriving here at the Karur Government Hospital. Remember, several people had been grievously injured, some of them still receiving treatment at the ICU in the Karur Government Hospital, while several others at the general ward as well. And this amidst 41 people who have lost their lives.
Thank you, Apurva. In fact, this is a story that we've been following. Me, Apurva Jayachandran, Anaga Keshav and Nagarjuna have been constantly following, and it is extremely sorrowful because we've seen the videos from the ground. My colleagues have been on the ground consistently over there. They have seen the places, they've been there, and it's extremely tragic to what had happened because all these 41 innocent lives, they did not know that such an incident would occur. They were there just to see their leader. In fact, now it has turned into a political fiasco. Many political party leaders have gone over there. Yes, they are showing their solidarity to the families, but at the same time, a blame game has also begun over it, where the opposition or TVK, they want to go ahead and claim that this could be a conspiracy or the failure of the government, while the government says that they were on the ground, already warnings were issued, cautions were given, but TVK did not follow it. That has led to the loss of 41 innocent, precious lives. Here's what the Netas had to say.
This is not a time for blaming people, or that's what the Chief Minister has also said in his video and his message to the people. It's not a time to blame each other. It's a time to be with the people. And unfortunately, fleeing the scene and not being there and forget the leaders.
Vijay fleeing the scene.
Any responsible leader should not leave. And even if you have left, you should make sure at least your party functionaries are there, because people came to see you. I don't understand why will you listen to the DMK first of all, and you don't even want to follow the regulations and conditions which even the Prime Minister has to follow. You decided that not going to the hospital at that moment is not right. But you could have stayed, you could have come back. Be there and reach out to the people. Don't talk about, shifting the blame on somebody else. Take some onus and responsibility for what has happened.
முன்னாள் நீதியரசர் அம்மையார் அவங்க பேரில் வந்து ஒரு ஆணையம் அமைக்கப்பட்டது. இப்போ எந்த கருத்து சொன்னால் அதுக்கு எனக்கு கான்ட்ராக்டாக ஆகிடக்கூடாது. ஸோ முழுமையாக அவங்க இப்போ களத்தில் உடனடியாக போயிட்டாங்க. களத்தில் இருந்து அவங்க எது கண்டுபிடிச்சி யார் மேலே தப்பு என்று சொன்னாலும் தப்பு தான் வந்து
41 பேர் இருந்ததில்ல. இப்போ 41 ஆம்புலன்ஸ்லுமே வந்து கரூர் மாவட்ட திமுக கழகம் போட்டிருக்கு. அதே போல் வந்து வாட்டருக்கு என்ன செந்தில் பாலாஜி அறக்கட்டளை இருந்தது ஏற்கனவே திட்டமிட்டு கொண்டு வந்ததாக சொல்கிறாங்க.
ஒரு ஆர்கனைசிங் கெப்பாசிட்டி அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு அரசாங்கத்தை எனக்குமே தேவை. அந்த ஆர்கனைசிங் கெப்பாசிட்டியில் அவங்க வந்து அந்த இயக்கத்தை சார்ந்தவங்க தவற விட்டுட்டார்களோ என்கின்ற எண்ணம் தான் தோணும். பட் எல்லாத்துக்குமே மனிதாபிமானம் என்று உண்டு. எந்த ஒரு உயிரிழப்பு நடந்தாலும் எல்லாருக்குமே மனவேதனை இருக்கும். அவங்களுக்கும் அந்த மனவேதனை இருக்கும் என்பதை நானும் இருக்க வேண்டும் என்று நான் எண்ணுகின்றேன்.
We have come to visit Karur and look into the matter, see what happened and how these circumstances led to this kind of an incident. And our national president Naddaji and all of us have come here to express our heartfelt condolences to the family who lost their very dear ones, and also visit the hospitals to console the patients who are there. And then we will get back to know what actually happened. We'll get the report later on.
We are here to meet the officials to get the information what led to that kind of situation. Whatever time takes to meet all the family members and the officials, we are going to spend here. This is a delegation of MPs who come with the purpose to get the facts from the grassroots level, from the officials to the local people. That is why our senior party leaders, the current BJP state president and the former president is here. The other senior members are also here.
NDA team have come to Coimbatore. We reached very early in the morning and we are heading towards Karur, the incident site. All of us are aghast, all of us are shocked, and we convey our deepest condolences to the bereaved families and to those who are in the hospital. And as you know, the team is led by Honorable MP Hema Malini-ji. Will go to the site and we will go for the fact-finding. We will talk to all the concerned people and then we will submit our report, prepare our report and submit to National Presidency Naddaji.
This has been the pattern of DMK. Anybody who voices their opinion or makes any comment about this DMK, they are put behind bars. While they preach about freedom of speech, on the other side, anybody who exposes their incompetence, they make sure that the police force are being sent and they have been arrested. DMK's action has taken a severe beating after this Karur episode. Every common man have now started to talk in social media questioning their incompetence.
I can't address the media like this, please. Thank you. Let us visit the hospital first.
It clearly shows that DMK is...
The state cannot sit quiet when fake news, fear-mongering is spread through YouTube channels and other things. There is censorship for the media, but these YouTube channels, they are not under any control. When deliberately fake news are spread, which does not have a modicum of truth, there is no other option except to put them out with an iron hand, and that's what the government had done right now. And not only Mr. Felix, others also. Probably ADMK is in cahoots with Mr. Felix. That is the reason they are shedding crocodile tears for Mr. Felix. Other persons were also arrested who have spread these fake news. The Chief Minister yesterday warned them not to spread fake news, create confusion, because this is a very dicey, sensitive issue where 41 people have lost their lives. That is what we have done.
See, this is highly condemnable. Why should somebody arrest these people? Actually, if someone has to be arrested, it is the DMK IT people, IT cadres. They have to get arrested because they were the one to spread huge rumors, and that is what is happening in Tamil Nadu. And always abusing Vijay and other in this grief time. Absolutely, as Chief Minister said, that they should not do politics, but what they are doing is that. So I think the iron hand, what Mr. Saravanan had mentioned, that should have been dealt by the police during the problem. Then they were very cool and they were very, lackluster attitude they had. And that is the reason these things have happened. So there is no use, there is no point in saying now that they will deal with iron hand. Already we have lost 41 lives and so many injured. And definitely the DMK is making huge politics out of this.
My colleague Anaga Keshav is live with us. Anaga, there was words from TVK, so your sources stated that it was the government that asked orally TVK leader to leave the spot. But right now, Kanimori has hit back at the leader of Vijay, claiming how can a leader flee from the spot, and not just that, she says that the government did not give any kind of such information, and she is also questioning at least why couldn't the second level leaders be there. So what exactly is happening? What is TVK saying in the court right now, and are they still blaming the government for what has happened?
Well, in fact, absolutely, Pramod. The TVK has blamed the failure in law and order and failure of controlling the crowd by the Tamil Nadu Police Department and Karur local administration for the Stampede situation. In fact, TVK's N. Anand and CT Nirmal Kumar have moved an anticipatory bail at the Madurai bench of Madras High Court, where the TVK has clearly stated that it is because of insufficient police deployment why there was a stampede. The TVK has also gone ahead and stated that the magnitude of crowd that ended up gathering for Vijay was utterly unseen, and that was the sole cause of the tragedy is what TVK says. Further, they've also gone on to say that there were local gundas who got mixed up with the existing crowd with malintentions, who brandished weapons and caused injuries to the existing crowd through choppers at TVK President Vijay, which further worsened the situation and thereby leading to the stampede. So essentially, TVK is crying foul. They are saying that there was a deliberate conspiracy that was hatched against this particular political rally, hand in glove, between the local politicians and local gundas, which has resulted in a tragedy of this scale, is what TVK says. And on these grounds, the TVK has sought for bail for N. Anand and CT Nirmal Kumar, saying that the TVK did everything that it could to control the crowd, but at the end it was because of insufficient police deployment and the presence of local gundas with evil intentions why a tragedy of this scale has broke out.
Thank you, Purva. And Anaga, please do stay back with us. We have a breaking on this matter right now. Anaga, we were talking on this matter, and just now we got a breaking as well. A bail plea that has been moved, an anticipatory bail by Busi Anand, who is also the second accused in the Karur FIR. First was Madhyaragan, second was Busi Anand, and third was CTR Nirmal Kumar. In his bail plea, you just mentioned, he has gone ahead and said that there were anti-social elements involved in it, Gundaism, and he also claims no cooperation from the police seemed to be one major factor for not able to handle the large crowd that was not expected. Anaga, back to you once again. So what exactly are the details that have been put forward on the bail plea by Busi Anand.
Well, in fact, Pramod, I just want to read out to you on what grounds the TVK has sought for anticipatory bail for Busi Anand and C.T. Nirmal Kumar, who hold significant positions in Tamilnaga Vetri Kalagam. They've stated that the party, at the Karur place, there was insufficient police deployment, which was the primary cause of the stampede. Number two, they alleged that there was a power cut just 5 minutes into Vijay's speech, which further worsened the situation. A claim that was denied by the ED officer, saying that the power was cut before Vijay's arrival and not after. But TVK seems to have a difference of opinion. Third one, the TVK has maintained that this tragic incident cannot be attributed to willful neglect on their part. Fourth one, the TVK has gone on to blame antisocial elements for creating chaos. They've stated that there were local gundas who turned up out of nowhere, brandished their weapons and caused injuries to the existing crowd, further triggering a lot of panic and chaos and just worsening the situation. They've also said that there was an ambulance that came by, that too without a patient, and that triggered all the more anxiety and chaos and further triggered panic in the crowd and worsening the situation. Above all, the TVK says that it was sheer unforeseen magnitude of the crowd that led to the tragedy, despite their best efforts to regulate it. So essentially, the blame has been shifted to the local administration, and the TVK says that that the party functionaries are innocent and they deserve to get a bail fee. Not just that, on Friday is when the Madras High Court will be hearing TVK's petition for his permission to meet with the families of victims. So that is going to be held on Friday. The hearing is on Friday, post which Vijay will take a call as to when he will be meeting with the families of victims.
Thank you, Naga. Please do stay with us once again, because right now we also come to know, just like you mentioned, a very important aspect here is that on that particular day, ambulances that was covering to save people, that came under attack. But Busi Anand here is trying to say that empty ambulances were inside the crowd. But ambulances have to go reach the spot and only then they can carry the patients. These all will be definitely taken by the court. In fact, right now, more and more, this is taking a political turning into a political issue, as Adav Arjuna, one of the senior leaders of TVK, his tweet in the morning has turned out to be a big issue, and a YouTuber prominent from the state of Tamil Nadu, Felix Gerald, has been arrested along with 3 people after the Chief Minister's message from yesterday, where he said that anybody who is going to actually would face fake news on social media, they will have to face the law, post which 3 people have been arrested, of which 2 were TVK functionaries and 1 was a BJP functionary, along with Felix Gerald from Chennai alone, and 2 people, Madhi Aragan and another person, a TVK functionary from Karur, has also been arrested. In fact, we are also getting information that post Adav Arjuna's tweet that Kanimori called as extremely insensitive and irresponsible, chances are that he might also end up in trouble. But once again, back to you, Anaga. What exactly happened? What did Adav Arjuna tweet? And what led to the arrest of all these TVK cadres? How is the opposition reacting on it?
Adav Arjuna immediately took down his tweet. In fact, one very important portion of his tweet that has triggered this controversy is that he has blamed the Karur police for indulging in Lati charge, and then went on to say that the youth in Karur and Tamil Nadu will also go on to rise like what happened, the Gen Z crowd that happened in Sri Lanka and Nepal. So essentially, he has compared Indians rebelling against the government to what happened in Sri Lanka and Nepal, and that is the reason why Adav Arjuna has landed in trouble. And like your sources have told us, Adav Arjuna is in trouble. We believe that cybercrime is in the process to detain him in Chennai anytime soon. He has a residence in Chennai, and we believe that the cybercrime police department is already there at his residence to detain him for triggering incite and hateful comments on social media, essentially comparing what happened in Nepal and Sri Lanka to what's going to happen in India.
Thank you, Anaga. Once again, we are going back to Apurva. Apurva, you've been there for multiple days over there on the ground. How is the situation presently? How are the families who have lost their loved ones? What are they saying to now?
Well, in fact, Pramod, the only thing that we can ask from the families is, it's a very shocking state of affairs. A couple of the families are still in shock as to what had happened to their loved ones. And the only question they've been asking time and again is that where is, our Vijay, where is Thalapathy Vijay? What happened? He said he had organized a rally here. What has happened is what they are also questioning. They've also asked why there wasn't, there were major lapses that they had foreseen. In fact, even for the Union Minister, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had arrived here for a spot visit and to meet and interact with the families of the victims who had lost their lives. The questions that they were posed to Nirmala Sitharaman by the families was in fact that why there had been no proper arrangements that had been made, be it food, water or even basic amenities there. Why was even so much crowd, being brought there, and why was it that there was pushing and the crowds there that just kept getting agitated as time passed on. Yes, Vijay had arrived in Karur later during the day, way hours later than what was initially stated. He was supposed to be here in Karur for this so-called speech at around 12 in the afternoon, but the time that he reached was roughly around 6:30 to 7 p.m. late in the evening, where people have been waiting since morning 10 a.m. So why was it that there was so much delay? Why is it nobody had even informed us of anything or even kept basic amenities, saying, they said, ninga tondarna solringa, ana tondargal edume engalkaga udai sela, which basically means that you say you're all party cadres, but you haven't helped anything for us, is what these people were lamenting to, Finance Minister Sitharaman. So that was a kind of reaction that we've been continuously seeing people there, stating time and again. It's definitely a sorrow state of affairs here because, political blame game on one side, but definitely these lives lost, who is going to be answerable to them? That's the question that remains to be answered. Pramod.
Thank you, Apurva. In fact, opposition has very badly criticized this particular situation, and here's what the opposition netas had to say.
There are multiple requests from multiple sources. The governor has sought a report, and this government has constituted a one-woman commission. They have already started the inquiry on the ground. Multiple requests at multiple times will not do justice for this. It has to be one cause and one action, because even TVK has filed the National Human Rights Commission to take up this case. So multiple requests for multiple agencies will definitely not do any justice.
देखिए इसकी पूरी छानबीन होनी चाहिए और जो भी लोग जिम्मेदार हैं, चूँकि इसमें 40 लोगों की जाने गई है, मासूम लोगों की जाने गई है, 40 घर यूँ कहिए कि एक तरह से उजड़ गया है, उनके परिवार के सदस्य अब उनके बीच में नहीं हैं और इसलिए इस मामले को बहुत गहन अध्ययन करने की ज़रूरत है और साथ ही साथ आगे के लिए भी ऐसी व्यवस्था करने की ज़रूरत है कि ऐसे वाक़यात, ऐसी घटनाएं न हों.
We have another breaking news on this particular matter, and a very important one, as this relates to one of the TVK netas, Adav Arjuna. He, in the morning today, he actually posted a tweet message, an X-app Twitter message stating that there is like a kind of hand in glove with the police at Karur. He blamed a kind of lathi charge over there, and he said state-sponsored terrorism, and not just that. He said that a youth revolution, something related to what happened in Sri Lanka or Nepal, youth and Gen Z will come ahead, and that kind of revolution will lead to a change in politics, a power here, and will end the state-sponsored terrorism. Now, what is happening is that Kanimuri also reacted to it, calling it extremely insensitive, and insinuating such a kind of tweet at this time and hour is completely irresponsible from Adav Arjuna. And now through our sources, we've come to know that the cybercrime or police are in the move, are actually planning to go ahead and detain him to question on this particular tweet. We also have Anaga on it. Anaga, we were currently discussing it. Right now, it looks like the police officials are also have started their probe into what has happened. What exactly did Adav Arjuna say? Why is it considered to be extremely irresponsible?
Well, in fact, Pramod, I just want to read out to you and quote exactly what Adav Arjuna says. He says that just like how youth and Gen Z raised a revolution against those ruling Nepal and Sri Lanka, such a revolution would occur here. That revolution will be the reason for government change and end the state-sponsored terrorism. And all this was followed by, him alleging that there was lathi charge on people who were walking on the road. He says, in fact, like almost a threat by saying that such a revolution that will happen here in India, just like what happened in Sri Lanka and Nepal, will topple the government, is what Adav Arjuna is saying, and thereby triggering a huge controversy. And that's why the cybercrime police are at Adav Arjuna's residence in order to detain him. In fact, the Member of Parliament, Kanimuri, was very quick to react on this matter by calling his comments for a threat as extremely insightful and insensitive. In fact, we're just counting down to when the cybercrime, will be arresting Adav Arjuna for his comments. They are right now at his residence, we believe. In just a short while from now, very likely, we can see Adav's arrest.
Thank you so much, Anaga Keshav and Apurva Jayachandran, who've been constantly reporting on this matter from the ground and everything. And back to you, Nagarjuna.
The first story coming in from Karnataka is of a pothole death. Pothole kills another person in Bengaluru. The girl named Dhanashree was mowed down while avoiding a pothole. 22-year-old Dhanashree was crushed by a truck. Bangalore student killed in a road mishap, and cops deny that it was related to pothole and claim it's a hit and run case. 22-year-old BCom student Dhanashree lost her life in a road accident near Budigere Cross on Monday morning. According to the local police, DCP Whitefield, the incident was a hit-and-run case with a tipper lorry driver fleeing the spot after running over the victim. However, the JDS has alleged that the tragedy was caused by the poor condition of roads and potholes, which forced the student to lose balance before being hit by a truck or a lorry. The police, however, have registered a case at the Havelalli police station and are now investigating the whole incident and the crime scene. Listening to all the reactions on this story.
This is a vehicle which was used by Dhanashree yesterday, and she met with an accident, and many feel that there might be due to bad roads and potholes, but nothing is clear. The police also investigating in all possible angles, and the incident happened yesterday around close to 14 to 15 minutes. There was nobody on this particular road, and there is not even a single CCTV camera in this particular area where police can go ahead and ascertain what exactly happened in this particular incident. Vithirajan Madhu Sagairaj reporting for India Today in the outskirts of Bengaluru.
The girl was on the way to her college on our Baipanalli main road. She was traveling on her bike, and from the opposite tipper lorry came, and there was a big pothole. And at that point of time, the tipper lorry has hit and run her. So on the spot itself, she is flown away from the bike, and she's met with an injury, and she's spot dead at that point.
Actually, ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಮಗು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು, ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾಲ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ಆಪೋಸಿಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗುಂಡಿ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಗುಂಡಿನ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ಲಾರಿಯನ್ನು ಆಪೋಸಿಟಲ್ಲಿ ರ್ಯಾಶ್ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದು ಹೊಡೆದು ಗಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಮಗು ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಆಗಿದೆ.
Potholes not in only Bangalore, including Hubli as well as entire Karnataka में पूरा potholes बढ़ चुका है. हमने आग्रह करे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को, उसको इमीडिएट इसको पैसे रिलीफ कर देना चाहिए और रिलीज करने के लिए कोशिश कर देना चाहिए. अदरवाइज पोर्टल का हम रस के ऊपर पोर्टल देखते हैं, अभी पोर्टल के ऊपर रास्ता दिखाने का काम आ जाएगा.
तनुश्री 22 साल की लड़की मर गई बिकॉज ऑफ टू अवॉइड द पोर्टल. It is very unfortunate. Government should ashamed about it. Those who have lost their life, for that families, government should give a compensation, minimum 20 lakh each. Sympathy 1 or 2 days, but what is the fate of that parents? What is the fate of that family?
It is very unfortunate. The young girl died in the accident occurred in around Havelalli area. The every safety measures has to be taken by the concerned department as well as corporation. So it is not due to the pothole. Sometimes the two-wheeler riders used to overtake in the left side. It is not safe. So we have to receive for what reason the accident has been occurred. Anyhow, it is very unfortunate. We express our very gratitude to the demised family. So let her soul be in rest. Definitely government is going to take suitable action against the culprit who did the accident by rash and negligent driving. Definitely it has to be come down. Government is going to take appropriate action against the culprit.
Sagai Raj is joining me live from this ground as well. Sagai, what is the truth behind this death of a 22-year-old victim? Is it because of the pothole or is it just another hit-and-run case here?
The police are investigating in all possible angles, Nagarjun, and we are at the spot, and this is the same spot where this incident has taken place yesterday. And if you notice that, according to police sources, the girl was coming from the opposite direction and the tipper vehicle was coming through this direction. And there are no CCTV footage to ascertain what was the vehicle number and how this particular incident have taken place. And according to eyewitnesses, they claim that this entire road had bad roads. You can see this. This has been completely caved off and there were bad roads on this particular area, and last night after this particular incident they have filled with gravel stones. The police are claiming that it is just a hit and run case. Why they have to fill this particular bad road with gravel stones? And it is even more dangerous because if you see this, these are scattered gravel stones, and any vehicle, any two-wheeler, whichever is passing through, they might skid, and it might be even more casualty which might be reported because of these kind of gravel stones. The larger question asked by the people are whether it is a hit and run case or due to bad roads, why the government is not addressing these kind of issues, especially in the connecting roads from main road to the interior roads. And this comes in the Bengaluru rural area, the outskirts of Bengaluru, and comes in the Gram Panchayat limits. It doesn't come under BBMP or Greater Bengaluru Authority.
Thank you, Sagai. I request you to stay on with me for the next story as well. It's once again a controversy over the Karnataka caste census. It never seems to die down in the last 10 days as well. Now Karnataka BJP has called for a boycott of caste census survey in the state of Karnataka, and Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has attacked the BJP. Siddaramaiah said that the resistance from the BJP leaders demonstrate their unwillingness to address the inequality in the society. He also said that there is the Manuvadi mindset of the BJP leaders when it comes to caste survey. He further stated that BJP is questioning why they would oppose the census by the centre as well. Siddaramaiah also accused that the political rivals of inconsistency and said that the BJP had become laughing stock before the people of Karnataka. Bangalore South MP Tejasvi Surya urged the public to boycott the caste survey done by the government and said that the enumeration is politically motivated. Similar strategies used by leaders like Lalu Prasad Yadav and Mulayam Singh Yadav up north. He also appealed to the people of the Karnataka to boycott the survey after Karnataka High Court said that the participation of the people in the survey is only voluntary and not mandatory as stated by people who are taking up the data from house to house. Let's listen into all the reactions here.
ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು ಜಾತಿ ಜನಗಣತಿ ನೆಪ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತು ಪಗಡೆ ಆಟ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮಾಜನ ಒಡೆಯುವಂತ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೇನು ಕೈ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಮಾಜನ ಒಡೆಯತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೇನು ಕೈ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ವಿರೋಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಜಾತಿ ಜನಗಣತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ ಪಕ್ಕದ ರಾಜ್ಯ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೀವು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಚ್ಛಾಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊಂದಲ ಇದೆ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಬೇಳೆಯಾಗಿ ಬೇಯಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇವತ್ತು ಜಾತಿ ಜನಗಣತಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟಿದ್ದಾರಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹಿಂದುಳಿದ ಸಮುದಾಯಗಳಿಗೆ, ಶೋಷಿತ ಸಮುದಾಯಗಳಿಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕ ಕಳಕಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಜನರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅನುಮಾನಗಳು ಹುಟ್ಟಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ವಿರೋಧ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಹೊರತು.
Mr. Tejasvi Surya made the statement to boycott the survey which is conducting by the state government. The state government provided to conduct the survey. By making statement against the survey, they shows their hidden agenda and conspiracy against the backward classes as well as backward class community. That is why I wrote letter to Mr. Nadda, asked to clarify the stand of BJP in respect of backward class community. Otherwise, if they have any commitment towards backward class community, let them take action against Mr. Prahalad Joshi as well as Mr. Tejasvi Surya.
Sagai Raj is live with me on the same story. Sagai, what is the controversy right now? Why is the BJP asking people to boycott this caste survey while the Congress is saying it's never mandatory but voluntary, and now accusing BJP saying you have Manuvadi mindset and hence you are asking boycott of this survey.
Politics surrounded with socio-economic and educational survey in Karnataka refused to die down. And if you notice that last week when a court has ordered stating that it is not mandatory, now the BJP have jumped in. And if you notice that this is not something new. The government have announced earlier stating that when the survey was announced, at that time the government has announced stating that it's not mandatory, it is on a voluntary basis. And now the BJP has woken up and says, has asked all the followers and supporters of BJP not to go ahead and support this particular survey, ask them not to enroll themselves. So it's a clear message, because this is not a party survey, it is a government survey which has been done to understand the socio-economic and education status of the people. And BJP claiming that it is purely based on caste. Just in the name of socio-economic survey, they are trying to take the caste census, which is allowing the other minority community to show in bigger number. And that is the reason they have asked their supporters and followers to go ahead and boycott this particular survey.
Thank you, Sagar, for bringing all the latest updates on the story as well. And that's it from Karnataka. And up next is Abdul Bashir from Hyderabad.
Thank you, Nagarjuna. Days after the actor turned politician and Hindupur MLA Nandamuri Balakrishna had made disrespectful comments against megastar Chiranjeevi in the Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly, the dust over the storm caused by his comments refuses to settle. Now this controversy erupted when the reaction that came in from Balakrishna when a BJP MLA Kamineni Srinivas had recalled an incident stating that vijay Jagan Mohan Reddy as a chief minister had insulted the Telugu film industry, including former union minister and actor Chiranjeevi. Now here the fan club of Chiranjeevi, where this fan club of Chiranjeevi had now protested in Hyderabad, claiming that they were going to file a police complaint against Balakrishna at the Jubilee Hills police station and 300 various other police stations. Now Chiranjeevi Yuvata, Akhila Bharata Chiranjeevi Yuvata is the organization which had protested in Hyderabad, claiming that these remarks are condemnable. But while they were approaching the police station, Chiranjeevi had called them and advised them not to proceed, and stating that this is not their culture. And following this particular call or advice by megastar Chiranjeevi, the fan club had dropped their plan of filing a complaint. Now these remarks came in when BJP MLA Kamineni Srinivas had recalled an incident where he had claimed that vijay Jagan Mohan Reddy as a chief minister refused to meet the Telugu film industry delegation led by Chiranjeevi, megastar Chiranjeevi. Initially he refused to meet. Now here, according to Srinivas, when vijay Jagan Mohan Reddy was the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, the Telugu film industry tried to approach the chief minister but were snubbed. Now here, the chief minister had directed or asked the film industry to meet the cinematography minister initially. But when later actor megastar Chiranjeevi had intervened and took this delegation, he later met the delegation. Now here, after these remarks, Balakrishna had intervened Kamineni Srinivas in the assembly and refused the allegations first, and then remarked Jagan Mohan Reddy as a psycho, immediately prompting an outrage from the YSRCP. Let's listen in to the reactions that are coming in.
ఇందాక గౌరవ శాసనసభ్యులు కామినేని శ్రీనివాసరావు మాడుతూ అప్పుడు అందరూ ఇండస్ట్రీ కలవడానికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు సైకో గారిని చిరంజీవి గారు గట్టిగా అడిగితే అప్పుడు ఈయన వచ్చాడంది అబద్ధం. గట్టిగా ఎవడు అడగలేదు అక్కడ. అది మీరు అన్నారు ఇందాక, ఏదో గట్టిగా అడిగితే ఈయన వచ్చాడు మళ్ళీ కలవడానికి, లేకపోతే ఏదో సినిమాటోగ్రఫీ మినిస్టర్ కలవమన్నారు అని. I deny this, and I మిగతాను ఓకే అవమానించడం ఆయన ఓకే ఏదో ఆయన పెద్ద గట్టిగా చెప్తే ఆయన దిగొచ్చాడంట కలవడానికి, లేకపోతే సినిమాటోగ్రఫీ మినిస్టర్ కలవమన్నా అంట. మనం కూడా నాకు ఇన్విటేషన్ వచ్చింది ఇక్కడ ఫిల్మ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఒక లిస్ట్ తయారు చేయమని. నాది 9వ పేరు వేశారు. అది ఎవరో ఈయన నేను అడిగాను కూడా, దుర్గేష్ గారిని కూడా అడిగాను, గౌరవ సినిమాటోగ్రఫీ మంత్రి కూడా అడిగాను ఎవడో వేసిందని. The respect a human being, even be opposition or us. 9వ పేరు వేశారు. ఇదే అదేదో గట్టిగా ఎవడు అడిగాడు, గట్టిగా అడిగితే పంపించారు లోపలికి, వచ్చాడు ఈడు కలవడానికి. సారీ, I want to clarify this.
No, very good, sir.
Nonsense.
Well, this controversy seems ongoing after a clash between Chiranjeevi and Balakrishna fans, where Chiranjeevi fans are still asking for an apology from Balakrishna. Well, that is it from the city of Hyderabad and state of Telangana. Our next story is from Kerala. Shibi Mool, my colleague, will take us through.
Thank you, Abdul Bashir. Well, the Kerala High Court has appointed a retired judge to conduct a comprehensive inventory of all the valuables, including precious stones, jewellery, gold and anything of high value at the Sabrimala temple. Now, the High Court has appointed Justice K.T. Shankaran to conduct this inventory. Now, remember, this is coming amid alleged discrepancies regarding the valuables at Sabrimala temple. Few weeks ago, the Kerala High Court had come down heavily on the Travancore Devasam Board and also ordered a vigilance probe after there was a weight reduction noted in the gold-cladded copper plates of the Dwarapalaga idols. Now, recently, the vigilance of the Travancore Devasam Board also recovered gold pedestal of this Dwarapalaga idols from the residence of a relative of the sponsor. Now, remember, all these discrepancies came to light when the sponsor, a Malayali based out of Bengaluru, had taken these gold-cladded copper plates in 2019 to Chennai for replating. Now, he had also claimed that this gold pedestal was missing, and it's exactly those missing gold pedestal that's been recovered now by the vigilance of the Travancore Devasam Board. The Travancore Devasam Board and the state government says that there was a larger conspiracy behind it. They doubt a larger conspiracy behind it, and now after the probe, we'll get to know what exactly happened with these gold pedestal as well as the gold-cladded copper plates of the Dwarapalaga idols. Now, the Kerala High Court said that when this inventory is being conducted, it should not be just about those stored in the strong room, but it should also include all those registered, recorded in the Thiruvabaranam register. The High Court said that the Travancore Devasam Board should fully cooperate to conduct this inventory procedure very smoothly. It also said that this is for internal safeguarding and not for public dissemination. It also says that these valuables are very important, and the Travancore Devasam Board should keep an eye on what exactly is happening within the Sabrimala temple. It says the justice will conduct this and submit a report, and once the report is submitted, the court will decide what next to be done. The court has also directed the vigilance team to continue its probe that was ordered earlier regarding the weight discrepancy of the Dwarapalaga idols at the temple. The matter has now been posted to October 27 for further hearing. It's been an ongoing issue regarding the Sabrimala temple. The BJP has come down heavily on the Kerala government as well as the Travancore Devasam Board, saying that what exactly were they doing with these valuables of a temple that's very, very important as far as the state of Kerala is concerned. That's all we have from the Kerala segment. Over to my colleague Nagarjun.
Thank you, Shibi, and that's a wrap on today's episode of SoSouth. We'll catch you once again tomorrow at 1 p.m. with the flavor of the South. And today I would thank Pramod Madhav, Shibi Mole and Abdul Bashir for bringing us all the news that matter to you. And we'll see you tomorrow once again. Until then, keep watching India Today.